in jewelry right now, this idea of putting a cross horizontally onto a bracelet. But I am in love with this one. It's new this month, and it's not just about the horizontal cross, it's about the bracelet it's on itself. It has this dangle meets what is the word I'm looking for?
Bangle.
Bangle, thank you, feel. So it moves, but it also has this bangle vibe to it. It's a QVC price of $189 to $209, depending on the price. But can I turn it on the side so everyone can see that this is what it will look like on the wrist, and then the bracelet itself has this neat design to it.
And it's got an extender, so you can adjust it perfectly.
Wonderful. So think about that. There's a 7-inch, a 7.5, and an 8-inch, but they all have a 1/2 inch of extender links to give you that extra length. And this is so current, so fresh. This is the world we live in right now.
Very cool, very cool. And what a great Christmas present at this time of year to give a cross would be a really wonderful thing. But it's also the great, as you say, fashion statement. It is very cool.
It is. In fact, I'm going to show it to you on my wrist because if you don't know what to get the 20-something, the 30-something, the 40-something, or even the high school gal in your life, and you want to kind of take her back and remind her why we are celebrating Christmas and why this time of year is so special to many of us, you know, this might be the perfect way to have that remembrance and to, you know, share your faith with somebody else this holiday season.
And what a cool thing to wear your faith on your sleeve, as they say. Yes,
it is. And this is what I told you I love about it. It curves so beautifully around the wrist. Now, I put mine on, you know, the smallest measurement. If you want to do larger, you can. And then it has this wonderful movement where, like I said, it's bangle meets moving bracelet at the same time.
Isn't that great? It's really a neat combination kind of design, but it's a beautiful cross, too. And look at that cross. It covers almost the top of your wrist.
It does. Well, I think if you want something different this year, a different way to wear your cross, and you really love fashion and you love everything current, you know, maybe you got yourself an X-ring, maybe you're really waiting for that perfect Tina coming up. This is another great piece for you. And then look at that price. It's $189 for the 7, $199 for the 7.5, and $209 for the 8-inch. If you compare that to the retail value, huge difference in price. And this is important because when you shop for these trendier pieces out at other stores, I don't know if you're getting the EternaGold story. So I'd like to remind you, so when we go shopping together for these last few minutes, you know the difference in EternaGold. So Ted, for 21 years you've been here now.
It's 21 years I've been on TV, and we spent a couple of years developing Leach & Garner Gold, which is the central alloy in yellow that we started with. It took us a couple of years to develop and perfect it and teach the greatest shops around the world. If it was something we didn't make ourselves, we had to find someone who we could train to use it, because there's a lot of technical skills and special equipment you need. Everything takes extra steps. We harden each piece after it's made, then we polish it, and once it's super hard and it's able, we change the molecular structure through heat treating. So it goes from being round molecules that can slide by each other, ergo scratch or dent, to little cubes, and the cubes can't slide past each other, so it just doesn't dent, doesn't scratch for a lifetime.
Shinier, more attractive.
And it has a memory, so it wants to snap back in that same position every time.
Well, if you are interested in the 7-inch or the 8-inch, fewer than 2 dozen remaining. And let me stress, because the next 2 items are hugely important, the earring I'm in love with your choice of colors of gold, and the perfect Tina necklace. When you shop for EternaGold, good to know that whether it's a gift for yourself this morning or a gift for a loved one, everything comes with a lifetime warranty. Where else can you go and someone says, hand that down to your daughter, hand that down to your granddaughter, let her hand that down to her daughter and her granddaughters, a lifetime warranty. So that will lead me into one of my other favorite pieces in the show. I believe that you can never have too many hoops. Have different sizes, have different shapes, and have different colors of gold. And this, out of all the hoops that I showed you this morning,